So Friday night, J-League action from the SANKYO Frontier Kashiwa Stadium. It's going to be some atmosphere here, I can tell you. Kashiwa Reysol against Urawa Reds, separated by Tokyo, effectively, Chiba and Saitama. And Kashiwa have started really poorly in this campaign. They begin this weekend second bottom of the J-League after failing to win in their opening 5 games. And for all that you can say, we're still early on in the campaign and so on, they need to get things going under Nelsinho. And as for Urawa Reds, they started poorly, lost their opening 2 games, but well, these fans have watched them win their next 3. They're 6th in the league, they're flying at the moment under Matchweek Skorza. And we'll see if they can keep that run going here. 2 of the really big names, 2 of the founder members of the old league back in 1965, both former winners of the J-League. A clash of really big names in a tremendous atmosphere here. They're going to be walking out into something very, very special. Once again, we have an English referee. Tom Bramall takes charge of his second game in as many weeks. The man from Sheffield, up in Yorkshire in the north of England, as the 3 Premier League officials have this short sojourn over match days 5 and 6 to come and referee in the J-League. So he'll be walking out into something pretty special. The home side, Kashiwa, in the yellow. Urawa Red Diamonds, well, the name tells you everything you need to know about the colours their fans are wearing. These are the home supporters. They put on some light show here. Let's hope we have a game to match. Around about an hour and a half, if you're lucky, the journey. Here comes Tom Bramall. There's Hiroki Sakai on the right, the former Kashiwa player, won the J-League with them, but now very much an Urawa Reds player, leading them out here. Let's just hope that they can provide some entertainment here, because Kashiwa just haven't got going at all under the coach who brought them that J-League title back in 2011. The magic not there now. They will hope that it arrives here tonight. They have players who can make them tick. One of them, now Hosoya, doesn't start tonight for Kashiwa Reysol. We could take a look at both teams, and as he tries to find the solution to this poor start to the season, Nelsinho names a team which shows 4 changes from the one that went down against Sanfrecce Hiroshima in the last J-League game. A first appearance in the league since October for Seichiro Toshima. Tomoya Koyamatsu and Keiya Sentu come in, as does the Brazilian midfielder Matias Savio for his 5th start of the campaign. Mao Hosoya surprisingly begins on the bench. There is Tom Bramall, Japanese team of officials. Toru Kakinuma, the 4th official. Messrs Asada and Akasaka, the 2 assistants here. It's always going to be a strange time for Hiroki Sakai on the left of your picture against his old club. 3 years he spent at Kashiwa Reysol, and he won that J-League in 2011 with them. Well-travelled in Europe, in Hanover and in Marseille. There's the VAR team, by the way, led by Hiroyuki Kimura. And as always, we hope we won't need too much recourse to them. Well, Urawa Reds have won 3 in a row in the J-League. It's no surprise then to see their coach Maciej Skorza naming an unchanged side. The former Kashiwa player Hiroki Sakai starts at right back. Ito and Iwao, the rock-solid central midfield partnership. Shinjo Kuroki, Urawa legend at the age of 36, leads the line for the visitors. The Dutchman Alex Schalk returns to the bench, but it's those 3, Koizumi, Okubo and Sakine, in behind Kuroki, will need to be the creative force. They're very solid, that back 6. Oh, those 2 know each other so well. Coach and player, when they won that league title, a big hug between Sakai and Nelsinho. Nelsinho has spoken of the way his team has started games, so this Kashiwa Reysol side need to begin well here. Haven't scored in their last 2 at home against Urawa Reds. It was 0-0 here in the last campaign, 2-0 to Urawa the previous season. This is the 51st meeting between them. Urawa have run 25 of those, Kashiwa just 16. Current form, and indeed historical statistics tell us it will be Urawa Reds' night, but we'll see. So Kashiwa Reysol against Urawa Reds as we get underway at the SANKYO Frontier Kashiwa Stadium. Urawa in the red and the black, kick from left to right in this first half. The team that has won their last 3 to surge up to 6th in the J-League against a side that is yet to win in this campaign and has just 2 points so far, second bottom, and they're under pressure straight away. What a hit that was from Koizumi, and they're so unlucky not to score inside the opening 25 seconds. Yoshito Koizumi, a whisker away. What an opening that would have been. They stood off him, allowed him to fire in the shot, and if Kashiwa Reysol continue to defend like that, I'm afraid it's going to be a long night for them. That would have been a beginning. It's the kind of start to the game the pre-match atmosphere would have deserved as well. There's Sento. He looks long towards J-Roy Grott, who very nearly finds a way in between hesitant defenders and goalkeeper. Action already at both ends. Here's the shot from Koizumi. It's a great hit, you know. Morita is beaten. He tries to go with the opposite hand, and he wasn't getting there. Scored an own goal on match day 1. Yoshito Koizumi against FC Tokyo. Yet to score at the right end in this campaign. Can't come much closer without scoring. Well, there's the big Dutchman, new from Viborg in Denmark. Scored 9 goals for them last season. J-Roy Grott makes only his 2nd start of the season, only his 2nd appearance actually for Kashiwa tonight. He did get 2 in the J-League Cup last time against Avispa. She scored in his last appearance for Viborg as well, so it's 3 in his last 3 games. too subtle the tactic involving J. Roy Grott, as we see the heels clip there of Tomoya Koyamatsu, one of the 4 players coming in here for Kashiwa Reysol. There is Grott with an important touch, and that's a miscued shot this time from Brazilian Matheus Savio, back in the side today. Sakai. Here's Koizumi. Urawa have the Asian Champions League final to come April and May against Al Hilal, sort of delayed final from last year. It's a strange format. What a chance for them to pick up significant silverware. Cleared up there by the Norwegian Marius Høybråten. It's Akimoto. Watch out, by the way, for Atsuki Ito and Ken Iwao in the centre of that Urawa midfield. 2 of the very best around. Young player in Ito and player 10 years his senior in Iwao, but they knit together perfectly. Faith in Nelsinho, second spell in charge, been back since 2019. Of course, the trophy-laden time was 2009 to 2015. Here's Matheus Savio. Well, you can see what he was trying to do, trying to bring Grott into the game. Previously at Flamengo in Rio. Useful goal scorer for them in 4 and a bit years at the club. Matheus Savio, 6 last year from that wide position and 7 in his first year at the club. It's a warm old night, as Tom Bramall is discovering. Morita. Third year with Urawa Reds, Hiroki Sakai. Back in J-League after a successful time in European football. So Ken Iwao will take this free kick. Struggling to clear, but eventually moves away in rather unorthodox fashion off the face of Matheus Savio. He's going to be okay, just a little bit groggy at the moment, as you would be. Bravely got himself in the way. It's Takahiro Akimoto to take the throw here. Grot. Again, Keniwao to pick up the pieces. Now Akimoto. Scorza said before the game that his two midfielders against their three would be a key battle, but at the moment Akimoto tucking in to help Ito and Iwao, and Urawa are winning that battle fairly comfortably. There's Høybråten, Norwegian alongside a Dane at centre-half for Urawa, with Alexander Schultz there. Start the weekend, 3 points off the leaders, Vissel Kobe, after winning 3 in a row. It's amazing, isn't it, the little runs of form, what difference they can make, particularly early on in a campaign. A poor start can become a good one very quickly. Kashiwa Reysol should take note of that. Feels like they haven't been far away. They've drawn both their games in the J.League Cup so far. Obviously drawn a couple in the league as well. Both here against Gamba, Osaka and FC Tokyo. Here's Kea Sento. Now J-Roy Grot with a useful turn eventually. That's a nicely measured cross from Mitsumaru, and Grot was there to attack it. Let's have a look at this again. It's Grot with a flick on. He is proving an influential player, and Sento held it up well. It was that slightly unorthodox turn. The flag was up. It was that little pass back to Mitsumaru. Good idea, though. Goalless 10 minutes in. Remember, it finished goalless between them here last season. Let's hope for rather better than that. We very nearly had a goal 25 seconds in. Koizumi crashing one off the post. Never-ending noise. Really special atmosphere for a Friday night. Koyamatsu just ran out of room there. Couple of challenges really slammed in there. Kubo could have made a lot more of that. He's had an outstanding season so far, the number 21 for Urawa Reds, and referee Tom Bramall had to think about showing a card there. There were two, maybe not X-rated, but Y-rated challenges. A bit sloppy. Pass from Akimoto has had a good sharp start to the game. Scored in his last J-League game, Takehiro Akimoto against Albirex. Here's Hiroki Sakai. Low skimmer. Koi Bratton. It's going to be a corner for the home side here. Sakai with a sliding challenge. Ball forward there from Mitsumaru. Koyamatsu's done well down that left-hand side so far. Nearly got away. So Urawa with a corner to defend in front of their very noisy travelling fans. Rott's an obvious target. In fact, it falls all the way through. And the shot from Matías Savio deflected over. That was so close. Always dangerous when a set-piece travels that far. They would have had a look at the challenge in there at the far post. Another corner this time. Slightly miss-hit, I think, towards the near. And then that certainly was miss-hit, the follow-up pass. Kea Sento. Didn't like the backing in there, Tom Bramall. Kuroki was trying to use his experience there. Kubo back there working hard again. Takamine's throw. There's Koyamatsu. Keenly contested in that midfield. Here's Grott, though. Matías Savio with the pass outside. Well, now it falls kindly. Great hit from Koyamatsu, just wide. Best opening so far for Kashiwa Reysol. Just a bit sloppy defensively, this from Urawa. And in the end, he gets a good side of goal. Not unlike the opportunity that fell Koizumi's way in the opening seconds, from which he hit the post. Just a slicer there in the end from Koyamatsu, who scored 4 times last season. There's the man who's made the difference, though. J. Roy Grott in good form after those 2 goals in the J-League Cup. Searching for one in the league now, and it may not be too far away. Schultz. Into a blind alley a bit there as Sakai whips in the cross. Now Ken Iwao. Trying to establish some kind of rhythm here, Urawa Reds. Ito. Toshima, his first J-League appearance since the 29th of October for Sachiro Toshima, playing in that Kashiwa midfield. Here's Kea Sento. Tanaka. Here's J. Roy Grott. Looking for that final pass towards Matías Savio, and it might just fall his way. And the foot was a little high there on Tomoaki Okubo. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can't challenge like that. Significantly taller, that doesn't help, but you've got to be aware that it's always going to go against him. Certainly been a positive opening from the home side, for all that they very nearly conceded seconds into the game. She started pretty well, so that's the first thing Nelsinho wanted. Problems in front of goal, can they create? Sento with a good idea, didn't come to fruition. Arrived at the club last season from Tokushima Vortis, former Shonan Bellmare player. He's never let anyone down. Used to be something of a goal scorer from that midfield, but I think he's one of those players who's just gone deeper and deeper the older he's got. Takamine. Here's Hiroki Sakai. That's a clever ball in behind. There's no flag, but there is a very good challenge from Tsuchiya, who just got across. That was excellent play, and closing in was Koroki. Sakai with useful ball out wide. Much better that from Urawa Reds, and we know what a threat Shinzo Koroki can be. 109 league goals for Urawa Reds to this point. Great record. It's Ken Iwao to take the corner. Good ball in, it's a free header, it's a good save by Morita. It was all about trying to create the power there from Hiroki Sakai. Just couldn't create enough to beat the goalkeeper. So hard when it loops to you like that. No power at all to use, it's all self-generated. Gets in a great position, but he's almost leaning back. He does well, actually, to get that much power on it and get it as hard and low as he could to try and make it hard for Morita. So more of the possession so far Certainly more of the possession with intent from Kashiwa Reysol, but it's Urawa Reds who've had the chances. Schultz. Akimoto. A chance to run in behind for Okubo. He did well there. Here's Iwao. Now Schultz. Sakai. Is Hoibraten. Alexander Schultz. As you can see, 3 shots to 2 in the home side's favour, 2 on target to 1, but of course the one that hit the inside of the post from Urawa doesn't count as a shot on target. Now that might be the first yellow card of the game. That was pretty cynical. Tom Bramall's gone to his pocket. Got to punish that. Yellow card for Takahiro Sakine. Could do without Takamine waving the imaginary yellow, by the way. Koyamatsu. That was a lucky touch that ricocheted through to J. Roy Grod. That nearly turned into something. Matthias Savio now. It ricocheted. Behind for a corner. Savio did well to close down. He appealed instantly here. Yeah, it did. Came back off the defender, Akimoto. They've already come relatively close from the corner from the other side, so let's see what they can do from this side. Hiromu Mitsumaru to take. The obvious threat is the man wearing 17, J. Roy Grod. It's well over his head. The goalkeeper can spring quite easily and grab it, at least at the second attempt. Shusaku Nishikawa, making his 307th league appearance for Urawa Reds here today. It's Koizumi, the player who hit the post early on. Now Schultz. Fair to say, you could hear the home fans weren't enjoying that period of possession for Urawa Reds. this run going. 3 wins in a row. Next they go away to Kawasaki and then to Nagoya Grampus 8 as well. 2 home games after that against Consadole Sapporo and Shonan Bellmare for Urawa Reds. So after this, a couple of tricky ones. Tightly contested, as always, this J-League. It's very hard right now to pick a winner. That's how league should be. Schultz. Mitsumaru with the throw. Here's J. Roy Grott. Followed by Koga. Trying to play it round the corner. It's Matthias Savio. Great chasing back again there, not for the first time by Akimoto. Tanaka. Schultz. Here's Alexander Schultz, now Hiroki Sakai. Iwao. Alexander Schultz now. Now Hui Braten. Looks to launch one long, and slight communication breakdown, and that will bounce through for Morita. It's a very warm evening, and the pace has rather slowed down. Here's J. Roy Grott. Now Koizumi. You always imagine, don't you, in games like this, what the story might have been if Koizumi had scored in the opening 25 seconds, hit the inside of the post. It might be 3-all already. Early goal can set the tone, but both got into their shells just a little. Wow. Now Hiroki Sakai. Bratton. Now Koizumi. Here's Ito. Back with Sakai. It's a terrific ball in between last defender and goalkeeper, but no one really attacking it. Does get into good positions, Hiroki Sakai. It's another useful ball over the top. It was excellent defending. Got in between Kuroki and the goal. Kuroki penalised by Tom Bramall. Tsuchiya, not for the first time, did well. I'm not sure that's a foul. Bit unlucky there, Kuroki. Schultz, the big Dane. Third year at the club now, played for Midtjylland in Denmark and played in Belgium for Standard and Club Brugge. Very much the penalty taker, scored 6 of them last season, already 1 in this campaign. Mitsumaru. So the final 10 minutes of this first half that started very, very brightly. Urawa Reds hitting the post in the opening seconds of the game. Chances then at either end. Matthias Savio as close as anyone for the home team. Grot causing problems. Urawa going, well, close-ish again with Hiroki Sakai, but since then, both rather settled into a pattern here. Just knocked over there by a rather frustrated figure of Shinzo Kuroki, who was actually on loan away at Consadole Sapporo last season. Many felt that it might be the end for the veteran at Urawa, but here he is as the starting centre forward. This season for Urawa Reds, Ricardo Rodriguez in the end replaced the penultimate game of last season. Masius Scorza coming in for this campaign. Lost heavily to Yokohama Marinos on the penultimate day, and they'd seen enough. Different style, the Polish coach to Rodriguez. Rodriguez was very much possession-based. Scorza likes to push and press and play at pace. Coach has won the Ekstraklasa in Poland, the top flight 6 times with different clubs. 3 different clubs, Wisla, Legia and Pogon. Good record to bring to Japan. The referee lets that go from Takamine, and it sets Kashiwa forward. Grot is the obvious threat in there, and he just doesn't get there. Quickly off his line was Shusaku Nishikawa. That would have been controversial and probably would have been looked at, I suspect. I thought Takamine was pushed over. Kuroki. And from a Kubo, the deflection just changed the angle momentarily. Forward by Koizumi, oh, lovely touchback, and then a complete miss hit. Sekine with the opportunity after Kuroki's flick. Just wasn't able to take it. Ito. Now Iwao. Here's Hiroki Sakai. Slipped inside, Kine again. They're just starting to up the tempo a bit here, Urawa Reds. There's Akimoto, but he's dispossessed. Sakai. Now Schultz. Final 5 of the first half then. Still deadlocked, Kashiwa Reysol and Urawa Reds. Urawa with the better chances. Kashiwa probably done better in the game so far, but it's a strange performance from Urawa, because when they've upped the tempo and got into that final third, they've looked a real threat. They just haven't done it enough. Here's Savio for Grot, who runs in behind. That's a really clever pullback, and if Matthias Savio had kept his run going, I think he might have been on the end of that, but the flag was up against J. Roy Grot anyway. They just waited to see how it would play out. It was absolutely the right thing to do. It looked tight. Oh, it was tight, but he is off. Here's J. Roy Grot. Takamine. Resigned smile on the face there of Shinzo Kuroki. He's not winning the battle with the referee. Hooked in, and you see the clear target, and the follow-up's a good strike by Koyamatsu. Still looking for his first of the campaign. Struck it well, through a crowd of players, always gives it a chance. Could have taken a deflection, taken a touch, but goal preserved, and it remains goalless. A chance here, maybe. Great pullback. Super goal. Kuroki took control. And Kuroki finds the finish. His 110th league goal for Urawa Reds, his first of the season. And it puts them in front here on the stroke of half-time. Back from his loan, Shinzo Kuroki, with a crucial and very well taken goal. It's lovely quick feet. Here is where he took over. He might have let it run for Sakai, but he realized he was the one who could find a way. Super play from Takehiro Sekine with the pullback. Goalkeeper falling to one side. Kuroki just found enough room. There's the little celebration from Maciej Skorca. 1-0 to the Reds. They might have scored right at the start of the half. They have scored right at its end. As we move into a minute of time to be added here. Nice moment for him. As I said, there were those who were stating that his time at Urawa Reds might be over, but back from that loan at Concer, they showed faith in him, starting with him here, and finds a way. It's actually the finish of an in-form striker, that, from one who hasn't been in particularly good form. The visiting fans who've got what they wanted so far. The half is brought to a close by Tom Bramall, and it's that man Shinzo Kuroki with the finish. Put himself about in the early stages, showed a good bit of quality as well. Koizumi hit the post early on for Urawa. Sakai came close. Kashiwa have played pretty well, but right now the story is they're going to go down to another defeat. They might end the weekend bottom of the table at this rate. And Urawa on their way to a 4th consecutive win. Something needs to change in the second half, because at half-time here, it's Kashiwa Reysol 0, Urawa Reds 1. And welcome back to the SANKYO Frontier Kashiwa Stadium, where at half-time it's the visitors in front. Urawa Reds adding to the misery. For Nelsinho and his Kashiwa Reysol side, the goal from Shinzo Kuroki on the stroke of half-time. Urawa with that early big moment when Yoshito Koizumi hit the post. Sakai's been outstanding, as he always is, seemingly down that right-hand side. Now it's Nelsinho's side who need to find answers. There's the two players most likely, Matthias Savio and J. Roy Grott. He definitely has made an impact, made a difference. Only his second appearance for them in the J-League after arriving from Danish football, but it's that man whose goal separates them. Shinzo Kuroki, 36 years of age and still going strong. Interesting clash of styles this, because large parts of the game Kashiwa have looked the better side, but every time they get in the final third, Urawa are the ones who look the threat. Actually quite smart tactically this so far from Skorza. Let's see if they can keep it going. They'll be looking to hit Kashiwa on the counter, and then they'll believe that's enough, I'm sure. Tom Bramall gets us back underway. Urawa Reds lead by 1-0 at half-time. At the moment, they're going to make it 4 wins in a row in the J-League. Kashiwa still searching for a first victory of the season. What can they change? They haven't changed personnel so far. No move on that count from Nelsinho. I'm sure he's had some fairly strong words. He does have Mao Hosoya, who's probably been their best player this season, on the bench, and also Kota Yamada, who been left out here after starting 4 of the first 5. So some interesting players down there, including the teenager Faruzan-sana Mahamado. Shihashi potentially could come into the midfield. Yuki Muto, former Urawa player, is he going to be the story? We'll see. All the decisions in that man's head. Kuroki. Akimoto, now Sekine. Bratton, back to Nishikawa. What Urawa Reds won't do is try and sit on this lead. They'll try and extend it if they can. They're not a team that's going to come out and defend and try and hold what they have. Look at the visiting fans. Akimoto, now Iwao. Sakai. Kuroki just fell over there under the challenge, but I don't think he's going to get anything out of Tom Bramall today. Boy Bratton. Man of the moment. They were very close to getting Georgios Giacomakis from Celtic, but he went to Atlanta United in MLS in the end. That's why there's seemingly a striker shortage at Urawa Reds, but Kuroki the one filling the gap for now. One or two others that maybe could step up. Alex Schalk and a couple of the younger players. Got a very interesting situation at goalkeeper Urawa Reds, because Nishikawa is the old stager and still highly rated, a club legend, but Zion Suzuki, the 20-year-old, is on the bench, is outstanding, and they have high hopes for him as well. Nishikawa has the gloves for now and has done nothing wrong. There's a feeling Suzuki might go out on loan to get experience, but that hasn't materialized yet, so he sits and waits. Rolled into the channel for Matthias Savio. Is this the moment? No. Good, watchful defending by Schultz. Corner to defend for Urawa Reds. Is this the quality that they need from Matthias Savio? Deep outswinger, it wasn't bad. It's only half away, but that was just a hopeful blast from Kea Sento. Being closed down so quickly. It's one of those they'll look to for goals. Sento scored 10 of them in J-League 2 a few seasons ago. Needs to start scoring more. Here's Grot looking to make a J-League impact. It's a bit better. Couldn't get his feet sorted out. Schultz. How high Sakai plays nominally from right back. He gets up and down that right touchline wonderfully well. Great additional weapon for them going forward. Braten. Ito. Takamine. Kimoto to get on with things here. Ito. Høybråten was a Norwegian under-21 international. 28 years of age, hasn't made the senior squad. Settled in really well after moving to Urawa Reds this year. Instant relationship with Schultz. Glory days for Kashiwa Reysol were under Nelsinho in that remarkable patch. First Japanese team to win the second division and then the top flight in consecutive seasons. Also got to the semi-final of the Club World Cup, all under Nelsinho. And 6 different title wins in 5 seasons. League Cups, Emperor's Cups, and of course the J-League. Trying to recapture those glory days. Sakai part of that team, Yunya Tanaka, George Wagner, Leandro Dominguez. Legends of the club, and Sakai here piling on the pain, playing for Urawa. Bang on the side of the head there for Ken Iwao. Yeah, it's shoulder, isn't it? Painful, that. Koizumi. Now Schultz. Here goes a Kubo. Sakai. Matthias Savio. Rather underhit the pass, allowing Ito to pick it up fairly comfortably. Ken Iwao. Smile again from Kuroki. The moment his goal is the one that separates them. Go to Albirex in the J-League Cup next. Kashiwa Reysol, then home game against Kashima Antlers, and then they go to Sagan Tosu. Doesn't get much easier. Of course, Nelsinho will get plenty of time. What he's achieved with the club. It's not as if they're playing badly, but boy, do they need a goal threat. They need a striker to hit form, Kashiwa Reysol. Don't think it's going to be long before we see Hosoya or Yamada, or even both of them, and maybe Yuki Muto at some point for Kashiwa Reysol. Sakai again is the threat. Great ball towards Kuroki. It's a good piece of defending. But you can't describe Hiroki Sakai as a right back, really. So much more than that. quality he provides, he can easily play as a right winger. Here he is again. Ito getting further and further forward as well. Sakai backing off. And Sakine. Free kick gives them a measure of relief. But Urawa have started this second half really well. In fact, it's going to be the visitors to make the first change. Brian Linssen, the Dutchman, is going to come on to make only his 9th appearance for the club in the J-League. Looking now for the second goal that might just finish this particular argument. Another super bit of service from out wide, and it's behind for a corner. That's really high class from Takehiro Akimoto. Getting louder and louder behind that goal, the Urawa Reds fans. Play. Urawa Reds hunting down a second goal. And from Ken Iwao, who Broughton was challenging. Now Kashiwa have to defend the second ball, and it's a good one too, but that was a good enough punch, I think. And Matthias Savio to try and lead the counter. Won back, though, by the excellent Ito. Here comes that change. Is it going to be Linssen for Kuroki? It is. The goal scorer makes way, worked himself into the ground for them and produced that key moment. Linssen scored his first Urawa Reds goal in the J-League Cup against Shimizu in the last game. He had a false start last season, really, suffered through injury. Hopes to make the impact in this campaign that he really was expected to make in the last one. Never getting past J. Roy Grott at the near post, was it? Hit the corner flag, that's why he should chase them down. It's not going to be a corner. Finally a change for the home side. Feels like it's long overdue. Game has rather passed Toshima by, so Faruzantana Mohamedo, the 18-year-old who made his J-League debut against Sanfrecce last time, comes on here again. He's played twice in the J-League Cup. They've got high hopes for this young man. Interesting that he's the one to be introduced rather than the more obvious names, the bigger names. Foul throw. It's always good to see a foul throw get penalised. We've seen about 3 already in the game, which would be the issue with it, consistency, but that was a really obvious foul throw. head, not like that. They rarely get penalised, which is why players get annoyed. The other one to watch out for is foot off the ground. You see it all the time. Gives you that extra bit of purchase that you shouldn't be allowed to get. Koga. Tried to get onto the loose ball, but Tanaka across to cover. Making only his 6th senior appearance today, Hayato Tanaka. Teenager right at the start of his career. It's going to have to be the second card of the game here. Taiyo Koga. Just again, there's no option for Tom Bramall there but to show the yellow. Far too late, looked tired, tiring in the heat maybe. Savio, and he's lost his footing there at a key moment. Sento. Game's never really caught fire, but it's still there for Kashiwa Reysol. They trail to that Kuroki goal on the stroke of half-time. Now the change that I think most fans would have wanted. How Hosoya is going to come on here. Matthias Savio. That's a useful ball in, just around the corner in the end. Hamado, the substitute who delivered it. Conceded 28% of their goals from set pieces last season. Will it be a weakness in this campaign as well? That was all very nice and neat, and miscue at the end of it. Koyamatsu, this is better. Mitsumaru, again that lack of quality, and away by Linson. Now Taiyo Koga. Takamine. Tanaka. In fact, it's going to be a double change. The two players I've been talking about, Hosoya and Yamada, are going to come on. J-Roy Grant has worked hard. Warm conditions like this eventually are going to catch up with the big man. But he's left nothing out there. How stung will Hosoya and Yamada be being left out? Koyamatsu, the other player who makes way. Let's see if they can make a difference. Hosoya scored twice in this campaign, but both from penalties on match day 1 and match day 2. Yamada, the former Yokohama Marinos player, star as a teenager, was in the national under-20 side that did well in the under-20 World Cup. Two young players, 21 and 23, on to try and help kickstart this season for Kashiwa. Matthias Savio's tiring a bit as well. It's no great surprise to see more changes for both sides, just getting fresh legs out there. Alex Schalk, Dutchman, who came back in the J.League Cup in midweek, is going to be one of the players to come on here. As we move into the final 20 minutes at the SANKYO Frontier Kashiwa Stadium. Koga. Matthias Savio. He's going to let fly. Oh, it wasn't far away. He thought that had a chance. Players normally know, and he knew that was close. Given away, wasn't it, by Schultz? Just wouldn't quite dip in time. Here comes the double change. Shout and Keito Yasui. Players coming on. Sakine, Koizumi. Could have been such a different day for Koizumi if he'd scored in the opening seconds with that excellent shot. Yasui makes a 4th substitute appearance of the season. Shout, first J-League appearance since September. There's Iwao. Akimoto. Now Hoibraten. Here's Iwao. Kimoto. The possession in favour of Urawa Reds now. Been a much better second half display from them. Goal really has been the big momentum changer in the game. Still time here for Kashiwa Reysol. 50 games in the J-League between them before today. Urawa on the way to their 26th win. They've won precisely half of the previous ones. They could just add a second, that probably would be that, and it ricochets through, and here is the moment. And that will surely do it. Alex Schalk off the bench to make it 2. And it's going to be 4 wins in a row for the Reds. Only his second goal for them. Feels like a big moment for him, an even bigger one for Urawa Reds. Took it well, didn't he, after the ricochet helped him out. Just there, lost his feet, Tsuchiya, and that's a shame because the centre-half has been excellent. Nothing he can really do as he tries to intercept, and it couldn't have fallen more perfectly for Schalk. See what it meant as well. They're just checking that he wasn't in an offside position, but he wasn't. And we get back underway, and I know it's early to call it as a win for Urawa, but it just doesn't feel as if there's a way back into this for the home side. We'll see, you never know, there's plenty of time left. Kaya Sento. In that J-League Cup to get his match legs back underneath him. Control now, trying to add even a touch more gloss to the score. Oh, what a run of form they're in now. They go to Kawasaki Frontale in that League Cup next, and then it's an away game against Nagoya Grampus 8, and then 2 home games. And goodness me, you think if they could win at Nagoya and then build on that, they could be top of the league and flying before you know it. They haven't won this game yet, though. There's the scorer of the first goal, Shinzo Kuroki. Yamada. There's Koga. Ito. He's had a terrific game. The centre of that midfield, adding goals to his game as well. Scored the winner at Vissel Kobe on match day 4. Second in what looks like a run of 4. Amazing, isn't it, how form can fluctuate. They lost their opening 2. Scorts are under pressure. And then 4 wins in a row, it looks like, as we head into the final 10 minutes. And that's what Kashiwa Reysol must feel about Nilsinho. They know how good he can be. They know what he's working with, but what they're going to need is goals. FC Tokyo, they lost 1-0 at Avispa, 3-0 here against Nagoya, 1-0 at Sanfrecce, now 2-0 here, still without a goal. You certainly don't need me to tell you, if you don't score, you can't win a football match. Yasui measured that pass nicely, and then Alex Schalk, oh, great acrobatics! That is a glorious goal from Takehiro Akimoto to make it 3. If there's a better goal than that scored this weekend, I want to be front of the queue to see it. Look at this for a finish. Here, then Shout with the cross. That is sensational. I wondered for a moment if there was a touch of luck about it, but this is intentional. It's behind him, and he climbs, and the technique is sublime. Look at that. To hook the left boot around it and find the far corner. 3-0 to Urawa Reds. Now for sure, it's 4 in a row in spectacular style. And he scored in 2 consecutive games now, Takehiro Akimoto. And there's much thinking for Nilsinho to do. For the excellent Iwao. I think they had a very bright start when they hit the post, and then continued in slightly sketchy fashion, Urawa. Almost a bit short of energy, but they got the goal, and since the goal they've been outstanding. On the knee for Hiroki Sakai. He will take no delight at all in the plight of Kashiwa Reysol. Shihashi on for Takamine in that holding midfield role. Back to Nishikawa. for a fourth here, Urawa Reds, in front of their travelling fans as well. What a dream of a second half they've had. Deafening noise now from the away end. Touched on, it's fired straight at the goalkeeper, who makes a very good save through a crowd of players. The flag's up over on the far side, but I don't think that would have prevented it being a goal for Yasui, who fizzes this in. Well, there's two of them offside. The debate would have been if they were obstructing the view of the goalkeeper. I suspect one of them might have been. Long one. Now it's just about piling on more pain. Linson went over there. Plaintive look at the referee, but nothing doing. Sakai, Yasui, Akimoto, here's Ogiwara. Another really good ball in from Ogiwara. Akimoto is down, holding his face here. Some tired legs out there. Tom Bramwell, I don't think has a great deal of sympathy. This is where it happened, yeah. Bravely going in for that header. Got a bang as he did so. He'll be thrilled. He may not look it, but he will be. Trying to negotiate the League Cup game and then find a way to win at Nagoya Grampus, Imposing his style of play on the Urawa Reds, and it seems to be working. Nelsinho go next. Literally, it's away at Albirex. Then a big game now, it feels, at home here against Kashima Antlers. Got to halt this slide. This will be 2 points from 6 games. Depending on results from elsewhere, they could well end the weekend bottom of the J-League. What a good turn that is. It's a good idea with the pass as well. Well, he's given the free kick and he's going to have to show the yellow card to Hoy Bratton. He's scythed with that challenge. Sawyer thought he was breaking clear. Only 3 added minutes, and anything that Kashiwa Reysol do here would just be a consolation. Not that it'll be much of a consolation, in all honesty. What a clean sheet, though. See Nishikawa furiously organising those in front of him. Already a minute of the 3 has ticked by. Looks like they've got a routine they want to work on here, Kashiwa Reysol. Expect something slightly out of the ordinary. They're trying to create a gap somewhere here. And there's, after the big build-up, is the shot, and good save that by Nishikawa. He's created this gap for Matthias Savio. To be honest, they didn't really. It was all quite routine. Good stop, though. Now can they find some joy from the corner? Ball had gone out of play, hadn't it? I think it had as he swung it in. Frustrating for him, frustrating for everyone. Big club, but can't get anything to happen at the moment as we head for the final minute of the added 3. There's the player who made sure, really, with that second goal, Alex Schalk, but then Takehiro Akimoto with that wonderful third goal. Something needs to change for Kashiwa Reysol. Shihashi. That will do it. An excellent away display this by Urawa Reds as we tick over the 3 added minutes. It was goalless for so long, but then Kuroki on the stroke of half-time put Urawa Reds in front. Alex Schalk grabbing the second in the final 15 minutes, and then Akimoto with a glorious finish for goal number 3, and Kashiwa Reysol beaten again. Urawa Reds marching forward so positively. 4 wins in a row, and this in the end, after a very, very good second half display, was most convincing. A clean sheet as well, away from home. What Scorza is doing is clearly working. What Nelsinho's doing, legend though he is with Kashiwa, is not working at all for them. And he's the coach with much on his mind here. Well, they tried, they huffed and they puffed, but they just didn't have the quality. And in the end, it finished here, Kashiwa 0, Urawa Reds 3. So, joy here for Urawa Reds. Defended well, didn't they? Schultz very much at the heart of that. Hoy Bratton did well, apart from that late challenge. Rather wild one, and I thought Ito and Iwao in the centre of that midfield were just outstanding. There's Kuroki, he'll be delighted with his contribution as well. Led the line well, and they right now are flying. Whether they've got the squad depth to keep this going, well, we'll see. But for now, they'll be enjoying the ride. Well coached by Skorza, clearly playing for each other, well organised, and most crucially, they've got goals in the team. And you can't really say that at the moment for Kashiwa Reysol. Gonna have to try and find a way to use Yamada and Osoya, with Grot leading the line as well. Maybe others to try and work around him, the big man. Well, we'll see. But they certainly have much to do, and these fans deserve a great deal better than this. They'll keep supporting them, they'll keep making the noise, of course they will. They've seen great things with this team, and they're grateful for the efforts of the side. But they're going to need much, much more. They need to get on the kind of run that Urawa Reds are on at the moment. But as they've proved after losing their opening couple of games, it doesn't necessarily take much to do that. But it's the visitors who are all smiles at the moment. And the visitors who make it 4 victories in a row. And wasn't it worth that journey? Not too long a journey for the visiting fans, but they've come here in serious numbers and they've made serious noise, and they've had 2 very good goals to celebrate. Let's hear now from Alex.
初めてのリーグ戦出場、途中投入で1ゴール1アシストの活躍です。嬉しい勝利になりましたね。
Yeah, I mean, perfect win today for the team. Was a difficult away game. I mean, first half was difficult. We couldn't get an hour game. And I was very happy to, obviously, when Shinzo scored just before halftime, was perfect timing for us. And then we were confident in the second half. And then the coach brought me in to make an impact.